Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were some of the best English teachers a Francophone immigrant like me could ever have. Their curriculum riddled in laughter, impossible exploits, and the daunting task of saving the world from the aliens. My accent is a Saturday morning cartoon. It often riddled others with laughter. Coiling into a language not its own was an impossible exploit. Trying to transform into something powerful enough to save everyone else from the alien, and the shame that came from being made to feel so different that my accent, my culture, my breath was too unreal and did not deserve to be so animated. 1. My last name is an inflection on suicide watch. A part of me may die if I don't learn how to raise my voice properly. In my culture, I found out that my last name can actually mean 3 different things. Matam means ball. Matam means fufu. Matam means a place of refuge. That means that my last name is a Sunday meal with family, a game best played with those you love. It is holy ground, a church, or my mother's hands. But even with so many ways to escape, I still rather suffocate in the 5-letter shame of a difficult American pronunciation. My first name is colonization, a sacrifice, blood offering to my identity, asking forgiveness for the oppression, stumbling its way into my mouth. As a child, I would ask my mother, Patrick, why did you give me this first name? She would reply, it was your father's doing. Ironic, it carries both his emptiness and his guilt, too. In school, I spent a lot more time learning about other people's names rather than the ones closer to my own. So then I came to realize so much about the color of etymology, the crossroads of identities, and being sometimes too black for Africans or too African for blacks, but all meaningless in America with a name that has never belonged to me. When Amadou Diallo, is Trayvon Martin, is Mike Brown, is Renisha McBride, is Rakia Boyd, all shades of Ferguson. Bullets and injustice are not colorblind with a name that has never belonged to you, because when they hear names like Patrick or David or Catherine, what they hear is grace, class, intellect, a comforting assimilation, a name that will make the weeding of teeth easier. But names like Shaniqua, Olubowale, Daquan, Marquez, for black and brown children, what they hear is illegal, poor, uneducated. What is your vertical reach? What is your vertical reach and running speed? How quickly can you dodge a bullet or catch a charge? Every time these names are said, it is a crashing wave of go back where you came from. 3. In the West, our names become exotic. Our parents change our names so that we can finally belong to a history we have always been pushed out of. But I want my next child to have a name made out of the same Cameroonian red clay that I was made in. A name dressed as a thunderous melody, not a lazy tattered rag of a sigh, but a commitment of praise to un lion indomptable. A name that will make a throat swell into a song or a nation or an ocean. I chose the name Pages so that I could finally write my own story. It is the only name that I have ever owned, a holy temple built on every tongue which utters its red clay. It is where I go to worship the salvation that I'm finally learning how to become.